my last speech, I mentioned or I talked about a family tradition. Today I'm here to talk about another tradition, but this time it's going to be an oral tradition. So my family's, well, before I begin actually, think about your biggest passion. What do you like to do in your free time? I remember last week someone mentioned that they like to write in a journal, and someone else mentioned they like to work on a computer program. Well, my family's biggest passion is soccer. A team sport played with a spherical ball, 2 teams of 11 players. Soccer has been with my family since my dad was a little kid. Every time the word soccer comes to my family, in a conversation when we're talking with my family, my dad always tells us his story of his last soccer game. When my dad was a little 7-year-old, he would love kicking rocks. On his way to school, he would always be kicking a rock. And then one day, a few guys stopped him on his way to school, and they offered him to join their soccer team that they were just creating because they were in need of players. My dad back then didn't really know what soccer was. He was from a poor town, so soccer wasn't really a thing. So he decided to just go to one of the practices and just see how everything went. So when he went to the practices, he loved it. He fell in love with the sport, and ever since that day, he started his soccer career. At the age of 15, he became semi-professional, and the championship game is a game where a lot of professional coaches go watch the game to see if they can pick up any players for their own team. So that game, my dad played his hardest. He tried the best and everything. There were seconds before the game ended, and my dad was standing in the midfield line. One of his teammates did that perfect pass, and there was only seconds before the game. So as he passed the ball, he told him to just shoot it. There was like 5 seconds left of the game, and they were tied 1-1. So my dad took the advice. He kicked it as hard as he could towards the goal, and he ended up scoring with the victory of 2-1. That story for my dad was like amazing. And then after the game, one of the professional coaches came up to my dad, and he's like, "I want you to sign up for my team." My dad was so happy because that had always been his dream to be on a professional soccer team. So he went to the practices and everything. Unfortunately, my dad had to lose that opportunity because he got the chance to come to the USA, and it was so sudden that he wasn't able to tell anyone. So he lost that opportunity to play soccer, but he got the chance to come to the USA, which was something better for him because that had always been another dream of his. So simply just kicking a rock gave my dad a lot of opportunities. It gave him opportunities that he couldn't really accept all the time, or he wasn't able to accept all of them, but he at least gained the experience and he found his passion. Such a small little thing can bring so much out of us that we don't even realize it. Therefore, make sure you appreciate those little things like writing in a journal or working on your computer programs, because those little things can lead you to something unexpected.